friends and enemies, and welcome back to the world of Concordia with Dungeons and Deviants, the Fractured Star, presented by Cosplay Deviants. I am your Dungeon Master Chan Sterling, and I am joined once again by the Cosplay Deviants. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Brilliant. As we last left our adventurers, they came to a wonderful convention known as Genericon. Throughout their twists and turns and having a great time at this convention, they each received a magical card, which was in its way an invitation into the magical world of Concordia. Each of the deviants was transported and transformed into their fantasy equivalent inside this magical world. They were immediately beset upon by some nasty slimes, and after dispatching them, they were guided by the noble General Sugarspice to meet the King Luke of Concordia. There they learned that it is up to them to be the chosen ones and help bring peace to the world by restoring the 5 pieces of the Fractured Star and defeating the horrible Worm King. I want to go ahead and reintroduce all of our players. I'll give you a chance to say hi and maybe catch us up on where your character is at this point. We started this way. Why don't you start this way, Sybil?
I'm still Sybil, and my character is still Sybil too.
Wait, Sybil 2?
No, just Sybil 1. Or, excuse me, regular Sybil. I don't know.
Okay.
Sybil. Yeah, she was pretty interested in the horse, I guess. I don't know. Kind of listening to everything. And still, I assume, like, we had dinner and went to bed, so I guess that's where I'm at, in my bed.
Beautiful.
Excuse me, she's not a horse, she's General Sugarspice.
Well, yeah,
Not
but
just a horse.
Not just
yeah,
a horse.
she is a horse, though. I didn't call her a pony.
Just a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Lizzie, where are we at?
I have a puppy, and I'm Lizzie.
Rain?
I'm Raiden, I got an owl. We ate and I was excited, and then some old dude talked to us. I don't know.
Beautiful. Harley?
I don't know.
Sorry. Hi, I'm Harley. I got my butt munched by a slime, and luckily we got a nice rest in, so I'm healed up.
Bunny, bring us home.
Hi, I'm Bunny, and I'm a pyromaniac.
It's good that you can admit to that.
Did we just turn into an AA meeting?
As I said, when we talked about, you had dinner, you've gone to rest, so that way you can prepare to go forward on your journey the next morning. Each of you are woken up. Each of you slept in a giant, like, communal bunker, barracks kind of area. You know, several beds, very wartime, not necessarily in the castle proper, but maybe a side area for warriors and armorers and things like that. But that does mean that right at the very crackest of dawn, there is just at the door.
What time did we go to bed last night? Did we get 8 hours?
You got enough to have a full rest.
Okay, so I'm good.
Also, you're an elf, so you don't have to sleep in this world.
Oh, yeah. But I still have to meditate.
You do. Do you choose to sleep, you elves?
Sometimes.
Okay.
I mean, I'm lazy.
Don't have to sleep, choose to sleep.
Honesty.
Sometimes.
And that's the depression TM.
It didn't seem like anybody made a noise beside a groan, so there is a much more forceful.
Go away!
I stuffed my face into my dog. I don't do mornings. I don't know who's trying to get me out of bed, but quite frankly, like, don't.
I will angrily throw my blankets off and stumble to the door and throw it open. My hair is a mess right now because I chose to sleep, because this is what I do. You know, I haven't tried the meditation thing yet. That'll be tonight.
Yeah.
You know.
Takes some getting used to.
Yeah, I just got transported to this world, you know? I wanted to sleep, see what it was like.
Somebody on guard.
Yeah, and I'll throw open the door. Can I help you?
As you open the door, you see a very large horse in full plate Standing outside, it is General Sugar Spice. She is a very large horse. Think Clydesdale type size. So to a standard like 7-8 foot door, she like has to duck to come into the barracks proper, and she does force her way in, kind of ignoring your question of what do you want. And it's like, champions, the morning breaks. It's time for us to begin preparing for the war effort.
Maybe we break fast first.
Have you not broken fast yet? Have you not eaten yet? Champions, I expected more from you. She kind of saunters around the little room like, well then, meet outside in 10 minutes and we can prepare.
10 minutes?
She kind of
Is she glowing still? Is that radiation?
It never stops. Like, she
Okay,
is
so
beaming.
I'm just like, oh, too bright.
It's warm though.
Yeah, but light.
She seems very put out by all this and just kind of like does that horse that and just kind of circles around and exits, flipping her tail and shutting the door.
We're not got any Pop-Tarts in their pockets. Like, 10 minutes, that's all we have for breakfast.
Pop-Tarts in her saddlebags.
We should, like, I know I have a couple, like, pockets on me that I haven't checked out yet, so I can look for food.
The barracks also, I mean, knowing what you know about just being in like, you know, any type of military organization, the barracks would have some sort of mess hall either connected or outside. It just wouldn't be where you sleep. So there would be a place to get food if you needed to get food.
10 minutes.
We gotta get there and...
I pull out a biscuit from inside of my shirt and just start eating it. I stuffed it in there last night.
I shuffle off grumpily down the hall towards the mess room.
I follow Rain.
Yeah, same. Grumbling.
Let's
Gonna
trudge down
demand
to the
some
mess
rations.
hall.
Walk in like everybody's just like our hair's everywhere.
Rations and a water skin, please.
I really don't want to disappoint General Sugar Spice.
Don't feel too bad. There are quite a, I wouldn't say quite a few, but there are several other town's guard, people that watch the walls of the castle that are also slowly waking up, and other people coming back from like a night's watch, taking care of the castle overnight, moving in and out of this large mess hall. It is again a very large, huge hall that maybe at one point served 100, 200 soldiers at once, and now you're seeing a dozen, 24 soldiers inside this hall, which makes it feel very, very sparse. At the end of the hall, there is just a large gruel bucket and like a mess type cook. Just essentially has made some giant probably infinity soup that's just always cooking and just always getting added to and always cooking through. That's just serving out bowls of this soup to whoever comes by.
So glad I kept that biscuit.
I'm gonna go get some gloop and sit down near a slightly awake-looking soldier and see if I can strike up a conversation.
Sure. So the soup that you get, if you're not familiar with the concept like infinity soup, it's just a bunch of water and then it cooks all the time. And whenever they get new meat or vegetables, they season them and throw them in. So it's just always whatever's the latest meat that was caught or captured, or whatever's the latest food. So it's not saying gloop, it's just like a stew with questionable aged things inside, because it's been cooking for a long time. So you have a very thick broth with lots of potatoes and onions and maybe some unidentifiable meat. You might be able to identify it as a druid, but
I don't care that much.
yeah, I figured. And you sit. There is a soldier. There are a couple soldiers. Are you looking for someone who is waking up for the morning, or someone who's coming off of a shift?
Somebody who's gonna be alert enough to have a conversation.
The two folks that you would be heading towards are both look about equally tired. Just one's waking up and one's coming back.
I'm gonna pick the older of the two.
The older of the two. The older of the two is the one who has done the late night shift.
Okay.
And it's this grizzled, older veteran. He has a patchy, red, gray, brown beard, just a big scar over one of his eyes. He's wearing medium level armor, so not something like a full knight would wear, but it's definitely someone who's planning to fight in hand to hand, not like an archer type. And he's just sitting there eating his soup and kind of looking off into space, not really paying attention to anybody.
Alright, so I slide in across the table from him, and would I know a proper greeting for somebody on his level based off my other knowledge?
I would need a history check to see how well you know about organizations.
That's a d20, yeah?
Yep, d20 plus whatever your history modifier is.
9 to 11.
11. You may not know a specifically military greeting or maybe even what kind of position this person would hold in the military, but you just know like a greeting that you would do in this kind of world would just be a salutations type.
Okay, so I sit down and greet him to the best of my knowledge, and I kind of strike up like, a little just pitter-patter here and there, and I'm gonna try to ask, like, throughout the conversation, I want to know what happened, like why everything is so sparsely populated and kind of dilapidated, and then I want to know any, like, interesting tidbits he's willing to give out.
I want to rewind it a little bit and go back to your sitting down. So I'd like to roleplay through that, if that's all right.
Yeah,
this is a role-playing game, and you know that salutations is a word that might be used in this area. So let's go with that.
All right, salutations, soldier.
He's holding his soup. He's not using a spoon. He's just like slurping as it. And he's like, huh, they're bringing druids in now, huh? Forest types.
Yes. Yes, they are, it would appear. How was your watch this evening?
It's long, slow, same as it's been for months and months. Ain't nothing happening. Ain't nothing gonna happen.
How do you mean? Like, what's been going on? I've noticed we got to town recently, and it does look a little less opulent than I would expect of the capital.
Well, everyone wants to go to the different towns, the different counties. They're much more exciting than just the boring old capital. But I was born here, I was raised here, I ain't going nowhere.
Okay. Would you be able to tell me what's interesting about these other towns?
I mean, youngins, they just, they want to go where it's fresh. They want to go where there's games and where there's adventures and excitement instead of just working a job and taking care of people. They got to do something dumb and reckless.
Ah, okay. Makes sense. How's your girl this morning?
Well, the soup?
Yeah.
That's the same soup it's been for years, I'd reckon, but it gets the job done. You gonna have any?
Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Anything you recommend to make it a little better?
He takes it down. He digs into this thing. And he pulls out like a skin, like a wine skin type thing. And when he pops it out, he takes a swig, a little bit of it, and you can just smell it's this very like acidic, like stout, like some sort of like very dark, warm beer that you can just smell come out of it. It is thick and dark and burbly. And he's like, this kicks it up a little bit. And he takes a swig of it and he pours a little bit in and then like sloshes it around and you want some? Yeah, let me pour some right there for you.
Okay.
We brew that down in the depths of the barracks. It's real good.
Well, thank you very much. It was nice of you to share.
Of course. You and those other weirdos are supposed to save us all, is that right?
That's what we're told. Any advice from an old soldier? I bet you've like seen your fair share of things.
Yeah, darn right. I'll tell you. You got that wizard running around, he doesn't know anything. So just, if he's sending you one direction, make sure you look the other one just in case, all right?
Good to know. I think that pretty much covers.
All right, well, been a long night. I'm gonna hit the hay.
You have a good rest, sir.
Yeah, you too. He finishes the soup, puts it in the pile of bowls, and wanders off towards the barracks.
I'm gonna swap my soup with somebody else. I don't like beer.
A guy's like half asleep, didn't even notice, and was like, "Oh, this is pretty good today."
Extra flavor.
I'd like to like go up to the chef and just be like, so what's going on around here?
So the chef is just a large, like ogre type. So just like a giant person, just this big chef hat, but like it's weird. Have you ever seen like they do like that weird leather executioner hat where it's like covers the nose and the eyes and it flops down, but then it's got like a chef plume on the top of it, and then just like bandoliers, but just like knives, and then like spatulas, and then like wooden spoons. So like someone
spices?
like a big like rock of something that you might be salt, and then like a chisel next to it. Like that's the closest thing you get to a spice there. Cool. But like this looks like someone who like should be prepped to like take out some mofos, and is over here just like pulling a deer out and like skinning it in the back, and then just chunking chunks of it into the big giant pot.
Okay. But I'm just gonna I'm gonna put my bowl out to get some, and then I'm just gonna ask him like, so where is everyone?
What do you mean, everyone? This is what we got.
So
You're the new ones. You're the everyone. What are you talking about?
I wasn't sure if there were people currently out on like a battlefield, or if we were just coming into low number of soldiers around here.
This is all we got in the capital anymore. No. Everyone's gone out to do more exciting things. We're just protecting the castle. We're the interior of the country. Everyone else is doing more exciting things. This is all we got.
When did the capital become not exciting anymore? Capitals are usually the hustle and bustle of a country.
You can see the ogre like thinks, like almost like it's like there's a lot going on, or maybe just nothing going on. Like he very much has a confused look. Like, I don't know. I just cook the food. I just cut open the meat and I put it in the broth and people eat it. I've been doing this for like 25 years and everything's all right. Same amount of people.
Okay. I'm just gonna take my bowl. Thank you for your time, and I'm gonna head off to sit.
You want a little extra?
Can I get a little bit of that salt or spice on your?
Yeah. He pulls off the rock and then like has like a very aggressive looking, like if this was held by like Lizzie, it might be like a full hand axe. But since this is a big ogre, it's just like a weird little sharp chopping device, and he's like smashes it, and like big chunks of salt crush into the soup.
A little much, but I'll make it work.
Yeah, a little bit goes a long way.
Okay. And I'll just go take a seat, just at a random table.
Anybody else doing anything fun during breakfast? What you got?
So I'm actually still sitting in the barracks eating my bread. Is there any like chambermaids or like cleaning ladies around?
There are people that come in, like the switch thing, but it seems that's all just soldiers that on different shifts are taking care of the area.
Gotcha.
So there's, a couple of men and women. Almost everyone here you're interacting with is a human, just because of the nature of this area. But some folks that maybe aren't as fit, maybe like they're maybe a little more sickly, or maybe just like not necessarily frontline fighters, are definitely doing a little bit more support work. So coming through, helping organize the clothes. But it seems like most people take care of their own bed, take care of their own area, as opposed to like
So
having a full like wait staff.
Gotcha. See, that's what I was looking for, because I know the maid knows all the secrets.
So as you wind down breakfast, it's been about 10 minutes. Get your soup in you, and it seems like Sugar Spice might be expecting you.
Head on out.
As you head out there, Sugar Spice is kind of marching back and forth and, shouting to a group of soldiers as they're going out to man the wall for their shift. And then you just kind of get the idea that she's been doing a little bit of a pep talk, and then just like stands tall and says, "Dismissed!" And then all the soldiers go off to their different parapets to bump out whoever was there for the end of their shift as well. She turns around and says, "Well, are we all fed for the day?"
For the day.
Well, I mean, for the morning.
What about second breakfast?
You can eat later. You just ate.
Kind of. I only ate a little bit.
Anyway, as the champions that we have summoned, I am hoping that you will be able to provide guidance on the war effort. We are going to attempt to bring about different supplies. We believe that an attack is imminent by the Worm King as he's expanding onto the lands, encroaching with his horrible forces. And we're hoping that perhaps you will be able to provide some guidance on how we prepare for what we think will be some sort of large, horrible battle. Sugar Spice goes on to explain a couple different options. What that means in game terms is each session as we go through here, you as a team will be able to decide what part of the war effort you want to focus on in this specific scenario. We'll do a couple checks to see how well you do. The idea being here that there is, well, that's where my cards are. Great.
Bamboozled again.
So bamboozled. The idea being that there are 3 primary ways that you can guide the country to prepare for war. There's espionage, trying to find out what's happening on opposing sides. There's scouting, literally finding out where the land is, where the armies are going, and where we're heading. And then training and recruiting. That's finding more soldiers, making sure they're armed, making sure they're ready. As you guys do these checks, they will affect the future of the game. So we will be building a little bit from each session. So, what I want you guys to decide today, on this your first part of the war effort, are you wanting to focus on espionage, scouting, or training?
I feel like we should get a lay of the land.
Yeah,
That might be the
like,
ranger speaking, but
Either scouting or espionage would be my opinion, because like with espionage, we've at least got my animals I can just send out and stuff like I've got an owl. We could do that with scouting too.
But yeah,
obviously.
well,
they're similar.
I would suggest scouting first, mostly because like we need to know what all we're looking at before we
Yeah,
try to
that's
get
fair.
the information. I feel like that's
I think you're right.
more of the priority there.
And we don't know what we're training for yet.
Yeah,
So
we need to
don't
know who the enemy is.
Yeah.
I mean,
that
we know
can
it's the
properly
Worm
train.
King, but who is the Worm King?
See, that's what I was gonna ask the
Who's fighting for the Worm King even? Like,
I just like the way espionage sounds. Espionage.
Is it worm or is it worm? So we got to find out what kind of worm he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's important.
Pick his worm brain.
So
his
wait, which
brain
are we
worms.
doing espionage or scouting first?
Scouting.
Scouting, okay.
I'll let other people decide. I obviously don't make good decisions.
yes, we know why we're here.
So,
This slime.
who this time will take the lead on attempting to guide the scouting team? This will be either a wisdom or dexterity check. 2 players can assist in each check.
My wisdom's 4 and my dexterity's 3.
My dexterity is 1, but my wisdom's 3.
My dex is 4 and my wisdom's 1.
My dex is 2 and my wisdom's 1, so I'm not.
So right, I think you've got the best of the average.
Yeah.
And then,
There's you had 4, right?
Yeah, I've got a 4 and a 3.
I'll assist with dex if you're gonna do wisdom.
All right. So you're going to be R2 working on the scouting for this session?
Then I guess.
Perfect.
Even though
All
the
right.
ranger,
yeah, I was like, are you guys sure? Because I do have.
like you should
Perks.
have, you should have that.
Yeah,
So-
like my skills are gonna work for this really well because I
Mine
can
don't.
hide easily.
I'll be honest, this one is exclusively a straight wisdom or straight dexterity check.
Okay,
just so
so it's
we're
one
just
or
make
the
it
other?
easier. Well, both will be rolled.
Both will be rolled by
Okay.
both people.
No.
Okay.
One person will roll wisdom, one person will roll dexterity, unless for some
Got
reason
it.
you wanted somebody to roll both.
What was your?
But I did drop that.
Yeah, you guys do this.
Yeah, I'll do wisdom and you can do dex.
Yeah.
All right. Well, go ahead and roll for your wisdom. Let me see what we got.
19.
Plus.
23.
All right. What you got?
We'll find out.
Hey, 23.
Yep. 23.
Those are some exceptionally good scouting rolls.
These are
So
balanced dice.
they are very balanced, as all things should be. So you two take a kind of like a leading role as several ranger types that are being housed in the castle come forward, and using some of this expertise that you're able to guide them, saying, hey, we need the lay of the land. That's what we want to know about. We want to know where the trees are. We want to know what's going on. We want to know where things are. And then you were very much like, this is how I would hide. This is how I would sneak. This is how I would get around to make sure they get through where they need to get through. And they are sent off guided by your expertise going through. At the end of the session, when we return to camp, you will get the results of your scouting. All right?
Cool.
All right, so we cut back to you've worked with Sugar Spice, you've kind of get set up for the war effort, and you have been dismissed now to head back to meet with Whitlock the Wizard, who will help you get to the tower at the edge of the country.
I'm referring to him as Wonky Wizard from now on due to that guard. Whitlock the Wonky Wizard.
I was gonna nickname him Witwiz.
Oh.
Whiz.
Whitwiz the Wonky Wizard.
So as you approach back into the castle, Whitlock is outside of the area, and he is very like, oh, yes, of course. It is time. Are we all ready for the journey? It's about half a day to get to the tower, and then once we get inside, hopefully we can determine where exactly the star piece is, and we can acquire it and hopefully be home by nightfall. That is our current hope. Are we all packed and ready to go on the journey?
Well, we're full of questionable stew.
Are there any supplies you can provide for us before we leave the castle?
What sort of supplies should you need?
Like 3 potatoes.
Got it.
Water skin.
Like
Got it.
Any like useful items, like magical items, weapons, anything that you think would particularly aid us, like potions?
As of right now, the castle is kind of how can I say it? Short on taxations at the moment, and we are a little low on funds. Everything we have right now is going towards the war effort, so unfortunately I don't have anything else to provide.
Is there anywhere within the city that we can make a stop at to possibly acquire anything we may need?
Sure.
Shops?
Things that are of normal, mundane items, absolutely. Plenty of items.
Okay. Does anybody?
I don't have
Do
any
potions
money.
count as mundane?
Yeah, no.
No, okay.
Potions wouldn't be
Doesn't
mundane.
matter.
Oh, I meant like healing stuff, but yeah.
You're the potion now.
You are
That's
the
true.
potion.
I am the potion.
I am the potion.
Does anyone feel like they want anything specific?
I have no money, so no.
Well, we can figure that out. Is there anything specific that you
later.
want?
No, I have my knife, and I have my bow. And I have your axe, I hope.
And you have my axe.
She's like, where the fuck?
Well, I actually don't want to hold your axe, but
I'll let you hold my axe.
hey. Want to touch my sword?
Oh, present it.
It's short. It's a short sword.
It's okay. It's not about the length. It's how you use it.
Oh yeah, here's Whitlock.
Oh.
Oh my.
I don't trust Witwiz.
I don't either.
He looks
I'm not the
terrified.
only one.
He's very short. He's short. He's not like a gnome or a halfling or a dwarf. He is just a short, squat human. He's very like.
He strikes me as Professor Quirrell.
He strikes me very nervous and like all that. He reminds me of a hat that I once had.
A hat?
Yeah, not my hat. It was like my opening for a campaign. It was my hook.
Yeah,
and a very nervous hat.
He's seems very nice and very helpful. He just is like fumbling with like scrolls and things at all times.
You can tell me he seems nice all you want.
Sure.
Yeah, I was like, I don't trust him. I don't trust him one bit. Trust no one.
That's fair.
Can I roll insight into him?
If you would like to see what you can determine from him, but with an insight check, I'd be happy to give you the result.
15.
15. You can tell that he is not. You don't believe that he is lying to you, but you don't necessarily know if he he is trying to be very brave in this moment, and he is not very good at it. He's also doesn't seem like he's very good at like.
Much?
Anything.
I mean, guiding people to things.
That was one of the things that we were warned of.
Well, you were warned of it.
Well,
I didn't.
yeah, that's true.
Unless you shared it, I don't know that.
I'm gonna just say I shared all my stuff, like, that I learned. It's better when everybody knows.
I learned nothing other than
Okay.
the soup is terrible.
So, I'm not a bard. I don't have like bardic inspiration, but I could I possibly persuade him to be slightly more confident and just say, you want to hear what I have to say?
I want to hear it. What are you trying to say to him? Yeah.
Okay. All right, Whitlock. Well, you are obviously very trusted and very knowledgeable here.
Well, yes.
Let's head out. I don't think we need anything else. Let you take the lead, and we'll follow you to this. Did you get Lizzie's hound?
Oh, yeah. So he like goes like a. And this like large, old, like not old, but just like a big slobbery mountain dog, just like that orange and white dog, just like
I squeak.
comes up.
I step away a little bit, a little afraid of dogs.
Fair. It seems very like slobbery and just like a big
Super
goon.
Super don't like slobber.
It is a larger than you would think a dog should be, which is why it seems like you might be able to actually like ride this dog should you need to. It is a very large dog.
He's getting scritches.
Yeah. All right. So shall we?
Do you want to double check that you have everything? You've been dropping papers.
Oh, he like reaches into his own things. It's like, I've got the only things that we need. And he pulls out this like big map. It's like, this is the map that will tell us. This is the map that will tell us the way to get there.
Do any of us know how to read maps? Can we
Yeah.
ask if we can take that from him and read the map?
He will happily give it to whoever will take it. If he does
I
not
feel
have
like
to
we both
lead,
are-
you don't have to roll for it. If someone would take it, he will give it.
As the ranger, I'll just.
Oh yes, you would be great at this.
Okay.
Do we have a compass?
That was my next question.
Where is your north?
You can roll nature and just see if you can tell.
Oh, I can do
Where's
that.
the sun?
I should.
I have a good plus on that too, though.
Okay.
Got a ranger over there.
13.
It's easy.
Okay.
Sun's that way, north is that way. You got
Got
this.
it. Okay. All right.
Like it's an open sky. Like you're not in the
Built-in compass.
creepy woods.
And
you
our
got this.
location's marked on the map?
Yeah.
Where
Do
we're
we know
going?
where the tower is? Like.
Yeah, it seems like it is not out very far, and there seems like there's a road or a path that travels to take you to whatever country should be in the that is marked on the map that apparently may not be there anymore.
Okay.
Can we have our figures? Our figures aren't there,
I have them. You don't need them.
but they could be on the castle.
They could be. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
All right. The road to the tower is not very exciting. It is a pretty easy walk. As you get there, pretty easy march, and you slowly arrive to a very large old tower. What we would like for you to do is each of you to close your eyes as we bring the tower set out. It's going to be a few moments. And through the power of editing, we have now brought out the Wizard's Tower. You can all open your eyes.
Oh, wow. That's really cool.
Dang.
Intense.
That's amazing.
Like
I could
camping.
put my eyes back on.
It's so big. I feel like it's one of those like
Definitely
bento
was
boxes
crying,
where each
not
layer has a
exactly,
fun
but-
surprise.
I think you're fine.
I fear that.
Is it cake?
I'm just going to take a 1,000-degree knife and just slice it. It is not cake. This is a real Wizard's Tower, obviously.
Obviously.
It's really freaking cool.
As you approach the tower, it is this large, giant tower. These balconies don't exist in the tower itself proper. We'll get into what those are in a
I was
moment.
gonna say, is it like Mario? Do you have to like flip
Yes.
jump?
So as you see it is just this large, circular,
great,
boring
too.
tower.
There's a well?
It looks like there's not much going on from the outside. But as you approach, there is a very nondescript door just in the front at the end of the pathway. Whitlock, leading from the back, it says, "Oh, yes. This is the Great Wizard's Tower and the Great Library of Concordia. Welcome."
Who was the great wizard?
Technically, that is my title now, but I have I'm not very well versed at the interior of the tower. The last great wizard was much more adept at this area.
Much more wizardy.
When was the last time someone was in here, Whitlock?
I entered here a fortnight ago to secure the star piece until the champions arrived.
So it's been a little bit.
Yeah, a few days.
Oh, a fortnight. Few days.
Fortnight's like a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Good old Whitlock.
You just approach the door.
Approach the door, but as I get to the door, I want to cast Detect Magic because I want to make sure there's nothing that's going to trigger when we enter.
Of course. The one problem with Detect Magic in this regard is that when you attempt to cast the spell, Detect Magic, you're like, you turn on your Detect Magic vision and it's just blinding. It is just a font of blue magic.
Yeah.
Just.
Okay.
All
fair.
of it's magic.
Whitlock, nothing's going to. We're good to go right in, right?
Oh, yes, I will unlock the door for us. And he reaches inside of his, robes and pulls out a big, huge keychain with big keys, and he's trying to find the one.
May I check for traps?
You absolutely may.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to
Where am I supposed to roll? Am I
can roll
supposed to
here.
roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll into your boxes at this point.
Oh, not very good. So that would be perception? Or in-
Search is not still a thing? No.
No.
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand, 12.
So, as you go up to the door with Whitlock, and he's going through the keys, you notice that the door is slightly ajar. It is not closed.
All right. I'm going to gently place my hand on Whitlock's shoulder.
He's still going through.
It appears the door is ajar, Mr. Whitlock, sir. I don't think your key is necessary. Did you leave it unlocked when you left?
I thought that I locked it.
Is there another copy of the key somewhere?
Not that I'm aware of.
Is it locked with magic normally?
It's a magic key.
So somebody with magic unlocked it, unless you unlocked it or forgot to lock it.
That is an astute observation.
Okay.
Okay.
Vincent, Mr. Whitlock, sir.
Yes, good job, champions. You may enter the tower.
Good job. All right, y'all. Let me go first.
Do we just want
Are
to
you sure?
push the door and see first? Think of it like back when we were back home. Like if your door was cracked open when you got home, you wouldn't just barge in, would you? You would.
No, I'm
it.
definitely kicking my door in.
Oh, all right.
I'm kicking my door in with my axe out. I'll tell you what.
all right.
All right.
Wait,
Okay.
before you do that, I could send, if there's any animal, or my owl in to check it out or something, if you want to push the door open, but...
How's my dog reacting?
He also seems potentially either afraid or completely oblivious to what's happening. He's just over there sniffing the well.
All right.
My will is sus.
I also want to sniff the well. Not literally, but I want to check out the well. I just want to look in it. Yeah. I just want to check out this well. Something's sus about it.
All right. Go ahead and do a perception check.
A sniff
for me.
check.
A sniff check, yeah.
7.
It is, well, actually.
Well,
actually.
Yeah.
well.
Well, actually.
Would there be any lower windows that you'd be able to climb into, or
The tower is
Exactly,
completely set
stone,
stone, with the
except
exception of
that
this
door.
one small entrance.
So would I be able to speak with Lizzie's dog without having to do, speak with animals?
No, you do not inherently have the ability to speak with animals. You do have
Okay.
spells that allow you to do so.
That's what I thought. but I can talk to my owl?
You have an interaction with your owl the same way that you might have interaction in the real world with your cat.
Got it.
Except owls are probably smarter.
So I'm just saying, if you guys don't do anything in like a minute, I'm probably going to kick the door down and be like, "Hey!"
Is it
I mean,
dark
so
in there
like,
at all?
I can send the owl, like, if like fly up and are there upper windows and stuff, or is it just...
Whitlock confirms that this is the only way in or out of the tower.
Okay.
Yep.
Do it to him.
Go.
Do it to him!
Great.
So, you kick the door, and you know how, like, if it's very windy outside, or maybe you're in like a weird room with weird pressure, doors don't quite open right, and as they open, there's like a weird suctiony, like, thing to it.
Yeah.
You go to kick the door, and it resists for a second. So you've got your leg up, and you've got to freaking push that door down, and you kick it through.
Thunder!
Yes, you thighs of thunder through it, and you kick the door through, and when you get in there, you just see darkness from the outside. But as you poke your head in, like once you cross that threshold, there's stars.
Hey, y'all are pretty in here.
All right, we will enter into the first chamber. Let's go ahead and move our miniatures into...
It's too far for me to reach.
Yeah, I can't read.
Passing
Make sure we put
down.
Lizzie up
Is he
front.
coming in with this?
Whitlock, unfortunately, is coming in with you.
I kind of want to hang back. If there are any shadows or anything, I'd like to hang back in those.
Okay.
That's just you're over here.
Once you step in, you understand that there's something timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly about this tower. Inside, you're in a about the same width as you assume the tower would be in a circle of stone floor. And out to either side, all directions, is just space. Like you were in a void of just stardust and lights and cosmos.
It's bigger on the inside.
There is one ladder leading up, and as you look up, there is a shining roof above your head and a portal that ladder seems to head towards.
Portal?
Well, it's not quite like a door.
Okay.
Like it's a shining floor and like a circle that's like you go through that ladder into the next
Okay.
level.
I was just making sure it wasn't like.
Is there
Portal,
anything
portal.
else in the room that we can see?
All scattered around the edges, and it's not physically represented here, but there is so many of them. Books just floating, because this is the Great Wizard's Library. Whitlock approaches and says, "Excuse me, let me show you the great magic of the Wizard's Library. Each of these books has been pulled through the cosmos from one of the many worlds in the multiverses. There are so many books here that no wizard alive has ever read even a fraction of them." And he heads over and he pulls one out, and there's something very magical about each of these books. He's like, "Oh, this level." He looks around. He's trying to find the one he wants, and he goes over, and he's like, "Oh, this one is a good one." And he pulls this book, and he pulls it through his hand. One of the things you may notice is as he pulls the book, another book just like materializes where it was, as if there's just infinity books wherever they come from. This book is in full English and has a very like European style binding to it. And he says, "Oh, this one. It says, Alice's Adventures Through the Looking Glass. It is a very, very exciting one. Now watch this." And he opens it, and he reaches into the book, and he pulls out a hookah.
Oh, it's the tiniest hookah in the world. I'm gonna smoke it.
And he closes the book. He's like, "The magic of the library is quite exciting. The one problem is that any number of things could be brought from a book or deposited within a book, and that is where the star is."
Mr. Whitlock, sir,
Yes.
do you mind closing and locking the door behind us?
Oh,
Keep it
Yeah,
locked.
easy. He runs behind him, like shuts the door. Now there's just a door with like a beam that's not connected to anything, but like locked down.
Okay, cool. Nothing can follow us then. Well, via the front door.
Okay,
Mr.
wait.
Whitlock, do you know which book it's in?
That is a predicament. Each of the levels of this library correspond to a different type of book, a genre perhaps. And I do remember that I put it at the very top.
What's the genre at the top level?
Religions and folklore.
Gross.
So what's the topic here? Adventure?
This is actually the gathering point of all books, and is one of my duties as the librarian to eventually categorize each of the books that arrive here into one of the 4 levels. We have nature, history, arcana, and religion.
Noted.
Can I like inspect the books and see if it like what all's immediately like interesting?
Most of what you're going to see in this area, lots of children's books. Some are in like languages you could never comprehend. Just strange scripts. Some books are made of like steel with like lit up metallic pages. Some books are Alice in Wonderland, but like from like the late early 1900s, like an ancient book. Some books are from the future. Like all manner of wildness is here.
I love this. We're in
Early 1900s are ancient.
Well, there's like scrolls as well, like papyrus.
Just kidding.
Okay, but so we're in Whitlock's backlog.
Right now, yes. Yeah, there's a lot here. He's not been tending to his duties. There's a war going on though. so.
Yeah, that's fair.
How do you know what you'll pull out of a book? Is it random?
That's the exciting part. You don't know.
Okay, it's random.
So it's not by page. Okay. I was thinking if you went to that page.
Yeah, I was like, because we could probably use some people from Alice in Wonderland.
Well, you said it's at the top, so
We
should go up there.
Can I collect a book or two that I recognize just to have something with us starting?
Whitlock definitely says, please, the books are quite dangerous. We never know what will come out of them. They could be friend or foe, and considering the nature of our expedition, I would probably hazard to avoid as many books as possible. Some of them are quite frightening.
I guess that's fair. Okay.
All right, shall we go to the next level?
Yeah, I don't
Take
want to
the
pull out
lead.
the Red Queen.
What'd you say?
I said I don't want to pull out the Red Queen.
Yeah, no, right?
Okay.
I don't want Whitmont taking the lead.
Okay.
He's an NPC. We don't want to kill him yet.
Fair.
I'm just kidding. We're not killing Whitmont. Hopefully.
Yeah.
That's not a plan, is it? I guess I'm not allowed to have that spoiler. Okay.
Yeah, so
All
Sybil
right.
wants to take the lead up.
So go ahead and move your pieces off, and I will bring out the next level. Nature.
We're climbing up. Moving on up. In top work.
Ooh.
Hold on.
So will I be able to check for traps before I go through the door just to see if there's any tripwires or anything?
I would assume that at this point you're checking for traps, and you're not really seeing a lot of traps per se.
Okay.
But could you give me a perception check? I can tell you what you might hear on this level.
Ooh. Perception, so 21?
You hear a creaking as if large trees were moving around.
Oh, good.
Cool.
Make sure you speak with the trees.
Alright, speak with the animals, not the trees.
Oh,
Lorax.
I have
speaks to the
Sylvan
trees.
probably.
Yeah.
I usually take Sylvan for a language.
I'm like, unfortunately,
did.
I don't think these are Ents. Maybe they are Ents, I don't know.
Maybe they're ants.
As you arrive on this level, who had the highest passive perception? That was you, right? As you all get up on the top, you realize over on there's a large balcony of stardust that leads out onto the side, but there's a lot more books out on those sides as well. And sitting in the middle of the balcony is an open book.
I tap Whitlock on the shoulder and point at it. Is that supposed to be open? Right.
I'm sure it's fine.
How about you go check it out, Whitwiz?
He begrudgingly starts moving his way over towards the book. And as he takes a hesitant step onto the cosmic balcony area, you hear just a loud thump, thump, and you turn around and see that there is this large, branchy elemental made of tree and sap
Daddy.
and disgustingness on the other side of the area. Roll for initiative.
3 most beautiful words in the world.
4.
Oh, you add your thingy though, so you got 7.
23.
It's a good one.
9.
18.
13.
All right. It sounds to me like Sybil's going first. All right, so this is approximately where you are. There is a large tree person. I wouldn't go so far as to say an int, because this is a much darker, wicked-looking tree, and there are just large amounts of horrible golden sap slopping off of it as it meanders forward towards you. It does seem a bit aggressive.
I'm assuming at this point we've all realized it's there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It made a lot of noise.
Okay.
Is hiding an action?
Hide is an action.
Okay. No, I was only asking
Yep.
because my character has a benefit in hiding easily. So I was like, I mean, if I can
yeah.
just kind of slide back into the.
Yes, hide is an action. Yep.
Okay.
Does it understand common?
I don't know. You'd have to talk to it first.
Okay.
Sybil, you're up first.
I would like to move probably over around this way. I don't know if that's far enough.
Are you trying to move and then dash afterwards, or just move and then hide?
Move and hide.
You could dash and then hide as your move action, and get behind some of these terrariums that are over
Yeah,
here.
that's kind of what my idea was. And then I will go ahead and I'm actually going to cast my cantrip for my action.
All right.
I'm going to use Toll the Dead,
Toll the Dead.
and because it's not damaged yet, it will do 1d8 necrotic damage.
Awesome. Is that a ranged attack or is?
Ranged, yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Roll to hit. That would be plus. Oh my god, why is my brain dead?
You do get to roll more with advantage. You are currently hidden.
Oh yeah.
Actually, make a stealth
Actually-
check first. You need to do that. I apologize.
Oh,
Good to know what your stealth check was.
beautiful.
What is your stealth bonus?
+8.
Okay. You can attack with advantage.
Beautiful.
He did not perceive you being over there.
I don't even remember if Toll the Dead actually had a 2 attack thing. All right, but roll with advantage to attack.
All right. What's your bonus to attack?
That's a good question.
+6.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the
Plus
+6 is
15.
15 is going to hit.
Okay, that's good. All right, and it is a 1d8.
I'm tracking damage.
Yay. 3.
3 damage?
Yeah.
3 damage. Beautiful. The large tree creature does lumber towards you all. Who's the closest person? That sure looks like Lizzie right up front.
Hey.
So
It doesn't. Go ahead.
So when that happens, it just gets basically surrounded by bells, and it makes loud bell noises. So just so you know.
10-4.
For
These bells
ambiance.
glong, glong, glong all around it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in this case, it doesn't have ears, and it doesn't seem to understand the concept of bells.
Oh yeah, no, it shouldn't
So it's-
even distract or anything.
It is
I was
purely thematic for you.
I was just letting you know.
Of course. The tree does not actually come closer to you. Instead, it grabs this big glob of tree sap and flings it toward you.
Oh Lord, that's sticky.
Excuse me.
Did we leave
Get
your
all
dog outside?
Sticky. I don't know. My dog just be doing stuff, bro.
Yeah, I was just gonna
know.
ask where
Dogs can't
the
go up
hound.
ladders.
Yeah, I was saying,
I was
is the
gonna say.
hound on the first floor or is the hound outside? That's my question.
Oh. Well, I thought we all came in.
I mean, I would think you'd be outside.
Okay.
Yep. Probably still sniffing around
Checking
the
out
well.
that well.
Probably peeing on it.
So yeah, the dog's hanging out with the well.
Okay.
Sniffing
Got
that
it.
well.
The dog and the owl.
Yeah. The Adventures of Dog and Owl.
It's gonna be our fun side.
So the sap comes slopping towards you. You need to make a DC 13 reflex or dexterity save.
Okay. I was like, what? That's an 8, and my dex is +2, 10.
10. So the large hunk of sap hits you and splats all onto you.
So sticky.
Yes, it is very, very sticky.
Oh no, I'm so sticky.
It is this like bead of sap that connects like the tree to you, and it is currently immobilizing you where you are. But it is like almost like a web that's like slopping between you and the tree person.
Okay.
And then it does move towards Bunny over here. It does not have any more actions, but it does get into melee combat with the sorcerer while you are slopped with one of its like tree appendages.
Slopped.
It is your action. You can attempt to escape, making some sort of a strength check. You will have disadvantage if you do that, or you can attempt to like hack your way out of the weird like thickening filaments sap.
If I choose to lick the sap, does it count as an action?
I will let you attempt to lick it as a bonus action, but just you know, it is like hardening around you, like on your arms, very quickly. It may not be a great thing to ingest, but I will never stop you from doing that.
It's just maple candy.
Thinking. I grew up north. He's my hard honey. Okay, I take out my hand axe and I just
Start.
hacking at it.
Sure. All right. So let's go ahead and do an attack roll.
16 plus strength 4, so 20.
All right. So you're able to pull the hand axe out and you sever the string of sap from the tree person. And when you sever the sap, the stuff that's on you just dissolves, as if there needed to be some sort of connection between you and the tree folk.
Didn't even taste it.
There's a little bit of goo on the axe. As you like get close to it, it just smells like pure vinegar.
Oh.
I put it on my fries, baby.
I need you to make a constitution save.
Oh no.
4. Oh no.
Your tongue is stuck to the axe like that kid with the tongue stuck to the pole. Harley, it's your turn.
Christmas story yourself?
I sure shit did.
Now I forgot what I was gonna do. I was all prepared. And then Lizzie has to lick something.
That's just how I am, bro.
It's a panini. That's not safe.
Persona.
Realize I should have done something else instead
Got
earlier.
emoji right there. Right, my
I
emoji.
am just gonna take my longbow and
Shoot a jerk.
shoot.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, let's see if I hit. It's plus my
You have a stat down the bottom that has your longbow already done for you.
plus 5, 16.
16 hits.
Okay. D8, which me and there we go. I was like, okay, so it's 9 plus 1 piercing and a D4 psychic. 2. So 11.
11. Whew! You are able to pull out your bow, knock it straight, pull it back, and you shoot, and it goes like hits the tree and takes a huge chunk of like bark and leaves off and like flies off into the cosmos. Like a big chunk of it goes with it, and it
Okay.
like it doesn't roar because it doesn't have a mouth, but it definitely like creaks in that like weird like tree moving over your head during a storm sound as it goes around.
Okay, and I'd like to move out onto the star balcony.
All right.
I want to protect Whitlock.
You can definitely get over here by Whitlock.
Okay.
All right, Bunny. I need a dexterity saving throw from you.
Okay. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. 5.
5. So the tree just reaches down, and it's very, very big. You're big too, but it is quite large. And it grabs your shoulder and like grabs you and flings you towards, towards Lizzie. Lizzie, make a dexterity save.
Her tongue is still stuck.
At rate.
10.
10. You are able to sidestep, but a giant like bunch of sap is all over Bunny, and Bunny lands right where you were. Like you take a step to the side, and Bunny lands to the ground like covered in the sap with a filament hanging back. From the tree. Bunny, you are immobilized, but your hands are free, so you cannot move, but you can take actions. If you needed to try to escape, I have some rules for how to get out of the amber, or if you're content being a sitting duck, that's up to you.
Well, I think I have a spell I can cast. Psychic.
Yeah, I mean, you have your hands and your mouth, so you're just like plopped onto the, like...
Okay. I would like to drive a disorienting spike of psychic energy into its mind.
Great! Let's go!
For doing that to me.
Yeah. What spell is this?
It's Mind Sliver,
Okay.
and it must succeed on an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. Hot take. Animated trees aren't so bright. So what's your DC? What's your save DC?
It's wood.
I mean, that'd be too obvious.
You're right.
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
What is your save DC?
Spell save DC 14.
14. It fails.
Okay.
So what does this Mind Sliver do to this sentient tree thing?
It will psychically... Well, it's going to be disoriented with
Okay.
psychic energy and take 1d6 psychic damage.
All right, roll some damage.
3.
All right. So as you like pierce into its mind, you can tell that it like freaks out and like goes to grab its own like tree head and just like globs of saps itself, but it's its own saps, just kind of like bloops all over it. But it definitely seems like it's like disoriented, confused, doesn't quite know what's going on.
Cool.
Rain, you're up.
I'm gonna use a second level guiding bolt. I think. So ranged spell attack.
That's not good. All right, 8.
You rolled an 8.
No, I rolled a 2.
Oh.
Do I hit with an 8?
You do not hit with an 8.
All right.
Would you like to do any movement or anything else in addition to your hanging out there and hanging out near to that spot?
I'm like, can I go hide with Sybil?
You can go run over there. You won't be able to hide because it is a move action, but you can get over close, like over here.
Get away from the tree monster.
Sybil, you're up.
About how far away is the tree monster from me?
It would take both your move and your dash to get to it.
So it's about 60 feet away.
Yeah.
Okay. I will go ahead and use my short bow.
All right.
Nope.
You are shooting with advantage. You get to roll twice
Oh. Why am I shooting with advantage?
because you are stealthed.
Oh, yeah.
It does not know
that's
where you
fair.
are.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
That
So
will hit
that will
because it's
be
plus
20.
Yeah, 20 hits. So you can roll with sneak dice because your short bow does benefit from sneak attacks.
Beautiful. I did not know that.
Yeah.
And now you know. So that's
Woo!
gonna be 13
13.
points of piercing damage, specifically.
So again, you shoot through, and a big hunk of you shoot your short bow hits an arrow like right in this middle of the like tree's side, which causes the tree to like crack and split, and a bunch of like very dry, weak rotten wood shows in the middle, but it seems very dry and very possibly easy to combust.
Beautiful. And then, just because my arrow came from this direction, I kind of want to reposition myself a little bit and re-hide.
Please do.
Let's see here. Where would be another good place
Maybe
to
over
go?
on this side?
Yeah,
Right behind the table.
Go do another stealth check for me. Good to know. That's pretty high.
And then +8, so that'll be 22.
You can't beat that. It is disoriented. It does not know which creatures that have attacked it last or which ones are incapacitated. So I'm going to roll my D3. 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3. You're the three closest. 1, 2, 3. It begins shambling disorientedly towards you and crosses the gap. Boom, boom, boom. And it will take 2 large bashes with its claws wildly at you. It rolls. Not good for you. Your armor class, yeah, that's not high. So you are going to take the first hits for 10 points of damage. The second hit, because you're off center, and the fact that he rolled a 20, is going to hit very, very hard.
Does anyone have Revivify? I think it's a higher level spell.
And you take an additional 15 points of damage.
So I take 25.
You take 25 points of damage as the large tree person comes and bashes you with its 2 giant boughs.
I'm at 6 HP.
I got you. Once it gets around to me.
Is that it?
It's Lizzie's turn. Lizzie, you have a hand axe stuck to your tongue, but not your great axe.
Yeah, so I'm gonna shout at it. Which translates to, you overgrown firewood. And then I'm going to, how far is this from me?
You can make it in a charge.
Okay, I'm gonna charge it with my great axe. Each
14.
14.
14 does hit. So roll damage.
Yeah, damage is where is my
5 bludgeoning.
Is it okay?
Oh, that's actually for your unarmed strike, so we just don't have your axe
I was like,
listed.
I don't have my axe on here. What happened?
You never equipped it. That's
Yeah.
why.
Oh,
It
okay.
happens.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was gonna say I've got it on me and it's in my
So let's go in
bag.
house rule. Let's say great axe, 2-handed weapon. It's probably a D12.
Okay.
Let's go with that.
Yeah, short sword's D6. So.
Yeah, and I know long sword's D10, so we'll go great axe D12. It's
Yeah.
2D6 or D12, but we'll go with D12, and then we'll figure it out in post.
Yep, that one.
Does he move at all? Does he have? I mean, like, I know he wouldn't have yet.
Whitlock is frozen in fear behind the ranger.
Okay.
How many D12 do?
I was just hoping
one.
he could
One
get out of the way.
5
5 plus your strength,
of 4.
so that is 9 points. You run right up at it, and you give it this huge strike right down its spot, and that part that was already open just opens up even more, and it's just like a split tree barely standing up at this point. Like it's flailing wildly, but very, very damaged.
Good.
Harley.
All right.
You are not doing good.
No, I'm not doing good. But let me cast Cure Wounds on myself.
You are currently in
Am I-
melee. You may want to disengage as a move action
Okay.
to get away from him. You can move your distance away. You just have to move away from him.
Can I like put my hand on Whitlock and be like, "Come on"?
Sure.
Okay, so I just want to disengage more into the stardust,
Yep.
and then Cure Wounds on myself.
Yeah.
6.
Hey, that's something.
Yep.
It's probably is it plus your wisdom?
Oh yeah, 9.
Yeah. That's a little bit.
Yay.
The elemental is still disoriented. Now it got hit with an axe, so it's going to turn around and swing at you. Misses. Hits for 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Bunny, you're up.
I'm going to do something I should have done a long time ago. Cast Firebolt.
Yeah, it's a tree.
So do I roll to hit?
You do, yep, because
Okay.
you have a spell attack.
Okay. I rolled a 17. Do I add anything to
It
that?
should be on the top right.
It's +6.
Awesome. 23.
That definitely hits. Roll damage.
Okay. 6.
So one of the fun things about this tree, once it gets to a certain point and all the sap has been beaten away, and its rotten insides are exposed, it takes double damage to fire, which makes that 12 points of damage, and does burst it into flames, and it ashes and dusts down.
I should have known that grass types are weak against fire types, but it might have been too OP to start with.
Goodbye, tree person.
Goodbye, tree person.
We hardly knew ye.
Does this dissolve our sap or no?
Yes.
Okay.
How did it taste? Did you like it or did you hate it?
Was it worth it? Was it worth it?
Eh.
I didn't hate it.
Probably wouldn't do it again though.
Am I able to cure wounds out of combat?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
You just only have so many.
You have to be able
I
to
know.
touching me too.
Actually, I can be with
You're in free move at this
yeah.
point. You're no longer in initiative, so.
Oh, mine is touch. Jealous of that druid.
Well, I have healing word.
Oh.
Sorry, that was what I meant. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the second level one. I have no more second level spells, but that's fine. All right, 2, 3, and then +4 more. So 4, 5, 6, 9.
Okay. What was your healing word? What's the word you're using?
What word are you using to heal with? It's a healing word. What's the word?
Oh.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Thinking that. We were all thinking that.
Yeah.
Real hard not to say that, but honestly, as a druid, yeah, I'm pretty sure bird would
You just
be the
yelled,
word.
"Bar!" You're like, oh.
I feel surprisingly better from that. Oh my.
All right.
At least you didn't say duck.
Whitlock's like, well, it seems like this level's clear. Let's head up one more.
Did we close the book?
I was gonna say, hold up, what was in that book?
Oh, he finds a book that's open and he closes it. It's like, The Maine Woods by Henry David Thoreau.
Oh,
And he like puts it back onto this either.
bud.
Before we go further, I would like to use my Fey Wanderer feature of primeval or awareness. I'm stuttering over the first word, so I'm just not gonna say it. But I can expend a spell slot and sense whether there are aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, Fey, fiends, or undead present within 1 mile.
Yes, you can.
Okay. Then.
There's it's like a sonar, like a whoo, 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 whoo.
I can't tell how far away they
You can't
are.
tell how far they are, and can you tell specifically what it is, or that some of that things are nearby?
It just says any of those, so I feel like Fae I would know for sure because they are a favored enemy.
Okay.
Everything else currently I feel like would just be like something.
I'll let you know that you do sense that there are Fey creatures, there are undead creatures, and there is aberration creatures above you.
Okay. Alright, so just so you guys know, there's worse to come and we need to make sure that we are good before we head off.
I'd like to search the bottles and stuff around the room. What do I roll?
For this, use a nature check. You're on the nature floor. Let's do a nature check.
Nature.
You're the druid. You got this.
For
Nature
I only
boy.
have +2 for that. What do I roll?
D20 and then add 2.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's a 20.
Okay, I got 20.
Oh, great. You
So 22.
You see that there's a bunch of plants that most of them you don't understand. They are plants that are not from Earth that you would recognize as a human, and there are plants that your elf from this world does not understand either. Like these are plants from all over the place. They glow, they hum, they do weird stuff. But you do notice there are 2 vials of plants. One is a jar full of small berries that you recognize as good berries. Each one that someone eats, there's about 6 of them. Each one that someone eats would restore 3 hit points.
How many? You said there were 6?
The other jar is filled with a bunch of dried mushrooms. They're very good in pasta.
I just thought berries and cream.
Berries and cream. I made a plush of little lad back when that first the commercial first came out, and I gave it to my friend because she was obsessed with little lad.
All right, let's wrap up. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Sorry.
Okay, both those.
Yeah.
All right. Is there if I roll history, is there anything I can learn from what's around me?
History won't do much on this level.
I guess it would be nature.
And Rain went ahead and did that check. So we learned what we could learn.
Okay.
Can I see if there are any traces of anybody passing through?
That would be you would find that with a nature check. You rolled a 22. There's dirt on the ladder.
Okay. I guess the other thing is, would an arcana check be worth doing, since I know it's the nature level, but just to see if anything is potentially magical? Like, I might take it anyways.
You can try. Yeah, absolutely. I won't stop you from rolling.
Can I help?
You can.
Yeah, you should.
You need over a 10, buddy.
I rolled a 17.
Cool. So you get a roll with advantage.
I ended up with a 9 on that one, so...
Okay.
And then an 8.
All right. Like I said, most of the stuff is magical. The books are magical.
Yeah, okay,
The
that's
plants
fair.
are magical. It doesn't. An arcana check doesn't really
magic.
tell you like. It's not a detect magic spell. You're not,
Just like
especially
if I'd gotten
with.
high enough, it might
Maybe I
have
could
been
have given you something, but at this point you're just getting like, there's a bunch of weird magic plants on this level.
Yeah, okay, fair.
I'd like to speak with Whitlock real quick.
Hello.
What's the next level again?
The next level is history.
History?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
I'm very nervous. The history of our world isn't great.
I can't imagine the history of this world's too good either if everybody's at war.
Or other worlds?
Yeah.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
Me!
All right. Yep. Let's move. Go ahead and move all of the figures.
on up to the head.
War never changes.
I feel like we're on a Japanese game show. Is it chocolate or is it...
Yeah.
Like, does it matter where we stick ourselves?
It really looks like a tower cake. I want to eat it.
As soon as you get up on the level, you hear, oh, woo! And then you hear like 2 more, oh, woo! So like make like a full chord as they woo.
You're gonna start a howl.
I'm like, do we hear the dog from outside a woo as well?
No, no.
These are magic walls.
Oh, you're right.
Does anyone have any actions before I make your roll initiative that you would like
I
to
want to
try?
hide.
You want to hide? You're going to try to hide?
I'm gonna woo back.
I would like to, if I can, before everything starts up, steal that map.
The globes.
Oh, the
There's
globe?
No, there's a map on the table.
Sure, you got it. You don't have time to look at it, but you can grab it.
Okay.
Snatched.
2 maps.
You want to be back there? Okay.
I'm guessing. I'm not sure.
So I guess I'm
maybe
right
actually
here.
behind.
Okay, if you're gonna I was gonna say, I'll take that one if you want one of the others.
Oh no.
And yeah, I woo back.
God.
All right.
Are you
That's-
standing
You're
in
wooing
front of-
into the-
I'm gonna say that he's
Woo
hiding
into the
behind-
abyss.
You know, it's probably smarter to put him behind Harley, but
I mean, he's kind of behind me. I'm like looking at these books.
yeah. He's like sort of in the middle
Yeah.
of this.
Before your roll initiative, do you have performance by any chance?
I do.
Yes.
She's
I'm
the one a
proficient
wooing.
in it.
She's the one a wooing.
Oh, yeah.
Can you go ahead and roll a performance check for me?
I sure can. I'm proficient in it.
You also have a +3 charisma?
You're kind of like. All right, I think it's a 5.
I think it's a 5 too. I don't know. It's a weird, but yeah.
Actually, I would like you to roll this with advantage because this is something specific I wanted you to do. So
Okay, 7.
plus 5. 13?
13. As you
Or
awoo,
12. Sorry.
12. There, awoo was in a chord. You awoo, and it's a little off. So it's instead of being like a full, getting that like first, third, fifth, you would want like a nice like seventh. You did like a minor fifth on top, which gives it kind of like a sound to it. It's kind of spooky. And so we are going to roll initiative and see where we go from there.
10.
This could make these 5. 16. Or 17.
We're starting with Sybil again.
I got 24.
10.
Yep. You awoo. Did anyone else want to? You grabbed the map. Did any of you want to? You hid. Did you want to do? You hid as well. Did you want to do anything before this starts? There are 3, as you see over on the edge, 3 large wolves that are like bright and vivid and kind of golden. They're not just standing in place. They're kind of like doing a little like.
I
The video game.
I was like, select your character.
It's a little more like glamorous than that.
Okay. A fancy dancy puppy.
want to
want it.
just like get ready and ready my wand.
What? You're doing what?
What?
You?
I said I want to get ready and ready my wand.
All right, cool. Sybil, you're up first. The wolves at the start of this are just howling. They have not necessarily done anything aggressive yet, but they are just howling.
And they're probably pretty far away, right?
They are pretty far away from you.
Probably more than 80 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not horseback, so 320 doesn't quite work.
No.
Dang. I am going to stay put.
All right.
I just want to stay nice and hidden, see what happens.
Because I think we started with you last time, we're gonna go this way around the circle, just to make it more exciting. Because I think you, with your super high dexterity, might start most combats, so we'll go that way.
How close do I have to be for this? 30 feet. I have to get closer, yeah?
You could move and then cast that spell.
Alrighty. I'm gonna move close to the front, like forefront one, and use animal friendship.
All right.
Awesome.
That's a good spell to use in this kind of situation.
So, what's it say? It's a attacker wisdom save of 14.
All right.
Or if its wisdom's above 4.
Only if its wisdom is above 4?
If your wisdom's above 4, then it doesn't work for me.
Okay.
It's a wolf.
Meaning that if it's not an animal, like if it has like intelligence,
Yeah.
it doesn't work. It is an animal. What does it need to beat?
14.
It does not.
Yay! It convinces the beast that I mean it no harm.
So when you cast this spell to make friends with the animals, you definitely like make this like psychic link, casting the spell at the lead wolf. And in this moment, you get this situation that the wolf is definitely like swaying back and forth in like a musical rhythm to it. And you feel the need to maybe reciprocate in kind. What would you do when you feel like this wolf is like communicating with you?
So since I'm a druid, I would be able to I would intuitively know a bit more about body language for animals. Yeah.
Sure.
So I'm gonna say that I read his body language pretty well, and then I start mimicking as best as I can from the human standpoint to try to get in sync with him and see what happens.
So as you go in sync back and forth, the wolf moves towards you and starts you feel the need to slowly counter move. So you're kind of doing this
circles.
Dances with wolves.
Old movie. Good movie.
As you dance with it, it does not. They don't seem aggressive if you are doing the dance with them.
Okay.
Bunny, what are you up to?
Well, I'm watching them dance, and now I don't want to hurt them.
Do you want to look around the area?
Yeah. Can
There's
I
a book.
check out, because we didn't really get to check out the room yet. I guess while Rain is doing the dance, distracting them, I'll take a look around.
You actually did position yourself right next to one of the only books stationed around, and it is the book Dances with Wolves.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
Called it.
Okay, is that book open?
It is open.
Can I close the book?
Yes.
Wait, but
Okay.
my wolf.
They disappear.
Clever.
I'm sorry. They might have eaten you though.
Hold on.
What
Hold
about
on.
my dancy baby?
Hold on. This is how he felt at the end of it. Was he happy or was he sad?
He was mad.
Well, maybe you can take the book with you.
He was angry.
Yeah,
He was angry.
He's still in there. He's still in there.
Okay.
So you can take the book. I'm running the book over and giving it to you.
Right.
Yeah, I'm giving you the book. He's still in there. Your buddy's in here. You can take him out and play with him later on.
I'm gonna stash the book in my bag. And
Okay.
if what's his name tries to say some shit, he better not.
He does not notice you palm the book. He's too busy, like, being afraid in the corner and hiding
right,
behind
he
the
is.
barbarian. Does that spin?
It does. I just got very excited about it. Yes.
All right, so you have circumvented the Dances with Wolves encounter.
Okay.
Yeah.
And-
I'd like to look around the room too. See if
Yeah.
there's anything.
This room would probably benefit from history checks to understand what's happening in
Mine's
the
a
area.
+2. Anybody got higher?
+3.
Wait, what? History?
History.
At +3.
Yeah. So one of you two should probably.
History check us.
Got a 14, 15, 17.
17.
I know nothing.
You didn't find anything else, and the only thing that was really of note was already grabbed, and it was the map.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to open my map now and look at it. What am I?
As you open the map, you see that it is definitely a map of Concordia based on everything you've been heard so far. The castle in the middle of it is very reminiscent of the castle you've seen so far. It is most likely from before whatever schism happened that caused the split, because the castle is much more prominent than it seems like it is in modern day.
Okay.
There are the 5 counties around and a large mountain to the north, mountain ridge with a large gate towards that edge. There is a country that no one seemed to describe before, because you saw mountains, you saw swamps, you saw plains. There was a jungle area that was large and went down into an area that seemed like it was unexplored. Like all the other map edges are very defined, and the south, southwest, kind of goes into a jungle that was mysterious.
And in comparison to the map that I got from Whitlock, is that area still looking unexplored? In the
The
modern?
map that Whitlock provided to you has been
Was-
updated for a war information,
Okay.
and that area is considered enemy territory. That whole area of the country.
Okay.
I'd like to do. Is it still a nature check if I'm checking for those dirty footprints?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to see if, where, and whatnot they continue.
Man, that didn't go well. I got 4.
You know what you're looking for. It's not hard. That there's still dirt on this ladder. It has been used recently.
I feel like we at least know a better way, and not just for us to eat hits right now. So, I feel like priority going up from here is if there's another open book, find the book.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Do we head up to the next level?
Next is Arcana.
Yes, Arcana. Everything fantastic and arcane. All right. Let's move our miniatures.
Climbing the cake.
Found the cake.
I like how we grabbed each other.
The fondant.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
We need to lift this.
All right. We have now moved on to the next level of the tower. This is the Arcana Tower. As you see everything here, there's lots of more books in this area. All the books here seem to glow with some sort of arcane power. There's lots of weird jars, but these jars, instead of being filled with plants, are filled with bubbles and potions and all sorts of weird, one has just fire inside of it, just a burning flame inside of one of the bottles. And there's all sorts of crazy stuff here. As you head onto this level, you definitely hear a sound.
Ooh.
Something I sensed while we were further down was some undead. So.
And you see over on the far side of the room is a large piecemeal human. It is a human of many humans put together, stitched together, leaning
Lord.
back with some bolts on the side of his head and lots of stitching. And his eyes are closed.
I think I know what the book in this room is.
But if it's Frankenstein's monster, then that's he's the victim, not necessarily the villain.
Roll initiative.
Oh, yep, that changed my mind, I guess.
What the heck?
Nope.
Not it.
8.
We rolled the same.
9.
8.
Sybil, what's up?
17.
This time, however, I'm going to have, let me just roll real fast. Yes, someone else will go first. Where do I want this person to be? Who do I want them to hit? I want them to do, So, Rain, as you're looking over at the creature, it's like up against a wall, like the table that it's like up against. You're looking at it, and you just said, what did you say just before I said roll for initiative?
He's the victim.
And you just hear, would that make me the villain?
Yes.
And you are hit from behind. Ooh. He swipes at you and you see nothing, but there is a scientist bursts out of the side in a long lab coat with big crazy hair, and he is holding a book in his hand open.
Oh, this turd.
And the scientist is here, and he takes a swipe at you. He does, however, miss. When you see the creature, see the doctor, though, his wicked, lightning is bursting out of him. You need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Not the worst of the things I could need to say.
Out of all the players, you do have a high wisdom.
I got a nat 1.
Ooh, great. The lightning, the electricity pulses out of him and shocks into you, which causes you to have a stunned condition. At the end of each of your turns, you have to skip your turn, and when it's your turn, you can attempt to break out of the stunned nature of it.
Yeah, I think that would make him the villain.
Yeah. Bunny, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to throw out a chromatic orb, and I can choose what type of damage.
Mm-hmm.
I think I want to do acid.
Acid, okay.
So I want to throw a chromatic orb of acid at the scientist.
Great. Does that, is that an attack or is that a saving throw?
A ranged spell attack.
All right, roll an attack.
Okay.
Doesn't sound good.
Do I add anything?
It's +6, I believe. It's on your the magic page.
Okay, 8.
8? 8's still not gonna do it. You do throw a chromatic orb, and he just kind of dodges past it, and it goes floating out into the space either behind him.
Okay.
Rain, you are electrically stunned in the moment. You cannot take an action, however, you can attempt to break free of that.
I said,
Yeah, you're
8.
8. You are still
Do I have anything to add to that, or is it just whatever I roll?
It's your wisdom.
It's my wisdom.
So
8.
+4.
12.
12? Not enough.
Oh, okay.
Sybil.
All right. I am going to. Well, he can't be flanked. There's nobody right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and hide. Let's see here. Use my.
Over here.
Yeah, you could get over there.
Yeah. And then roll stealth, I guess.
Yeah.
Nat
That's a nat 20. All right, yeah,
I'm
you're
invisible.
You're hidden.
I'm invisible.
You're doing great. Do you wanna? So that was your dash and then your move. You have an action.
Beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and hopefully shoot him with a bow.
So do it with advantage.
With advantage. Well then, I better use these ones. That one will probably hit, I assume.
Yeah, taking that 17, that's gonna hit.
17
Roll some damage.
Sweet.
That's sneak attack too.
Yep.
That's sneak, baby. Woohoo!
11.
11. Yeah, all right. So you shoot over at Victor, and he takes 11 points of damage. It's like zaps into him, hits him in the shoulder. He stumbles back, and just like electricity pours out of it and dissolves the arrow that was in him. But it definitely like staggered him back. He is just going to walk past the stunned Rain, who will not provoke an attack of opportunity because you are stunned and zzz. And he moves one hand back and is like, "Creature, to me!" and zaps over at the monster, who like shakes a bit but has not quite wake up. And then he points at, I guess that's Bunny, and shoots lightning at you. Make a Constitution saving throw.
I am proficient in that. Do I get to roll twice?
No, but it just means you have a higher score.
Dang it. Okay. 19.
19. That's good. Because on a success, you take 10 points of damage.
Okay.
You trying to outright murder us?
Oh, yeah.
TPK.
Victor ain't
TPK.
good. That was here, so we're at Lizzie.
How tall is he?
The scale is a little off.
Yeah.
But
That's why I'm
he is
like,
not a tall, well-built human. He is a frail, thin scientist of a human. So you're looking at like 5'7".
Okay.
And then just kind of willowy. He just has some sort of like electricity coursing through him for whatever has happened to him in this version of the story.
Okay. If I charge at him, am I gonna make it?
You can charge him.
All right. I'm gonna like get right up in his face. I'm gonna punch his stupid face.
All right, let's get some attacks.
Punch his stupid face. That's a 14. My strength is +4, so 18.
That'll be
On a-
+6. So yeah,
oh,
14 plus
+6. Yeah.
definitely hits. Roll some damage.
All right.
We decided on the D12
Yes.
+4.
Well,
This is-
are you using your
this is
axe
the
or are
D12?
you punching? Because you said punch. That's why I'm asking.
I'm gonna punch him.
Okay.
I'm punching him. Am I using a D12?
Do you want to punch him, or do you want to do more? Do you specifically just want to punch? Because it won't deal very much damage compared to
I
your
just
axe.
want to like.
What do you want to do?
Well, my idea was that I was gonna punch him and take the book. Well.
Gotcha. So what you probably want to try to do is attempt to grapple the book from him and take it from him.
Okay. Okay. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. So that would be an opposed grapple check, which will be a strength-based check.
Okay.
So roll a d20 plus your strength.
Oh, freaking kidding me.
As you run up to him, unfortunately, you do run up and attempt to grab the book. He pulls it back, and his little gloved hand comes into your face, and electricity bursts out of it. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
20.
So roll your d20, and it's the whatever your Constitution. So for you, it's a +6.
Six.
That's a good number for you.
Good, because 2.
Oh, great! You're stunned and have to break a Constitution saving throw in order to
That's gonna
get
make
out
me
of that.
mad.
It's not fun.
He's gonna make me rage.
Harley.
Okay. I'm gonna. Am I in range for my?
Yeah,
bow?
you can shoot. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna straight up go for that.
That's a 12 plus 6
+5.
plus 5 hits.
Okay. So then, D8, D4, +2 to the D8. That's an 8 and a 1.
9, 11.
9.
And this is a bolt with Fey energy, correct?
Yes.
You hit that shot. It goes right past the stunned Lizzie's shoulder and plops right into his arm and knocks him back. And he's like staggered again. And again, the electricity just bursts out and like burns off what's left of the arrow. But he's definitely been like staggered down.
Okay. And then I also want to use my last spell and do an ensnaring strike. He's got to make a strength saving throw above 13. And then I did that backwards.
Oh, you're supposed to ensnaring strike first?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I guess I will not
Do it next time.
Yeah.
Great.
I guess in this case I will start my concentration for that because
Yeah.
I didn't realize that either. My bad.
Okay, no worries.
I forgot to add my dex damage.
He takes another step back and begins shocking the monster one more time, and the monster seems like he's about to wake up. Like he's like slowly coming to, like enough energy is coursing through him to wake him up. And the two people closest to him are already stunned up, so he's not gonna do any of his stunning because he cares more about the monster at this point. So Bunny, you're up.
Okay. This time I want to make a chromatic orb of cold damage and try to hurl that at him.
All right. So let's do an attack.
It was +6, right? 10.
Yeah. 10? 10's not enough. You're just like shooting the space right now.
Throwing elemental balls everywhere.
Rain, let's bust
Add the
out.
stars.
What'd you roll?
11, and then it's plus.
+4? You're free. Rain, you can take an action this turn.
Okay. Let's see. This one does more damage. Oh shit. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use Guiding Bolt again.
Okay.
Oh, that's yours. Hey, not 20.
Hey, not 20. That's double damage.
Oh, you're gonna hate me, Chan.
All right. How much damage is it?
4d6.
4d6.
Ooh, buddy.
So normally it's 46 normal?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means you're gonna roll 8d6. Pass them out.
You need more?
Yeah, I need 3 more. There we go.
With your
look at it
powers
come back.
combined.
Shock me, will you?
You could drop him with this roll.
All right, let's see. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30, 31, 32.
32 points of damage. And this is Guiding Bolt? So what exactly is a Guiding Bolt? Is it a bolt of magical energy you're shooting
It's a
forward?
flash of light streaks towards a creature of my choice within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target,
All
and
right.
he takes 4d6 radiant damage.
Radiant damage.
And then the next roll made against the target before the end of the turn has advantage, thanks to mystical dim light glittering on the target until then.
So you just, and this beam of like beautiful light comes out of your hand and just strikes right into him, and he goes fully down to one knee, like gasping, and there's just like while there's like darkness, he's like a sun right now. Just like the whole area is very visible, very clear, very easy to see, and he's on one knee about to drop.
And then as a bonus action, I would like to use Starry Form in Archer. A constellation of an archer appears on me, and when I activate this form as a bonus action, my subsequent turns while it lasts, I can make a ranged spell attack, hurling a luminous arrow that targets one creature within 60 feet, and it deals 1d8 plus my wisdom.
I'll say you can go ahead and do that.
Yes! Okay, I'm gonna give everybody back their stuff real fast.
So you're gonna take an extra shot every turn because you have taken a constellation form of the archer.
Yes. Are yours? Yeah?
Not that one.
Not this one. Okay.
The red sparkly.
Sorry, I flipped them around some. So I do 1d8. 5.
So after you've done this font of light and there's the sun, you as a druid, many druids just turn into animals. You minor druids can turn into other things. You embrace the cosmos, just like the stars around you. And so there's these beam points of light arc around you, like sitting behind you, that make up.
Disappear into the ether of the walls because I would match.
You don't quite disappear, but like it's almost like you are dimmer, and there's just these points of light behind you that make the constellation of a amazing Amazon with a bow and arrow. And as you point, the stars align and shoots a starry beam right into Victor, and that pops him, and he flies backwards, and the book drops in front of him.
Is the book still open?
The book is open.
But he's down?
He's down. Initiative's over.
Cool.
The monsters.
Got him before the monster came up. Do we want to try anything with the monster, or do we want to shut the book?
We'll shut the book.
I'll shut the book? Yeah? Okay, I shut the book.
Shut the book?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who was whistling?
The monster and Victor disappear.
Cool. I also want to check around the room, see, like, well, do I have arcana?
Hello?
I want to do an arcana check to see what I can tell about the room.
Oh no. Oh no.
Good.
History.
Star-Spangled.
No, this is
Oh my god, is it Hamilton?
arcana.
Oh,
But this is
interesting.
yeah.
What is it?
Star-Spangled Banner.
Star-Spangled Banner.
Surprise! It's America.
And you hear a cackling on the level above you.
The level above
Religion's
us is-
above us.
Religion.
Oh.
We already did history, huh?
Oh.
I rolled a 12.
Oh no.
16 for my arcana check.
America
So
a
you're
religion?
checking this room still, okay?
Yeah.
You do hear cackling above you, and the Star Spangled Banner is playing in the room above you.
That's fine. I still want to check this room first.
Cool. Searching the room will take time. Like, searching is like 10 minutes of action.
Okay. I guess, do we want to move straight on or do we want to look?
Okay, real quick. Are we all good on health? I guess that's my question. Like, does anyone need to eat some of Rain's berries?
May I please have a berry?
How am I feeling after?
Yeah, you eventually shake out of it once
Okay,
Victor
cool,
calms
cool,
down.
cool, cool.
Fingers
No
are
damage or
a
anything.
little
Yeah,
numb.
how many do you need? They do 3 HP.
Okay, I lost 10. I guess
32 out of
can I eat a
38,
couple
so I'm good.
berries?
Yeah. You want 2?
Yeah.
Alright, so shake
24
the
Can I
hours.
also
24.
have 2 berries?
Uh-huh.
Rogues are squishy, we hide.
I'm down to
Unless you're an
2
assassin, then
berries.
you just go
'Kay.
murder things.
That puts me almost at full
You
health.
stabby
so.
stab.
And do either of y'all need food?
Berries.
I mean, I'm 32 out of 38, so I think
Okay,
I'm all right.
cool.
I'm now at 30 out of 31. So.
22 out of 26.
When you rage, you take half damage.
Yeah, I was gonna say I still have my rage.
I don't get uncanny dodge till 5.
I'm gonna express a lot of concern that we're hearing the Star Spangled Banner on the religion floor.
America is a religion, isn't it?
I am spooked.
Whitlock does say, and folklore.
Oh,
And folklore.
American folklore.
American folklore? I remember the Alamo.
You notice that Whitlock is like very excited, like, oh, that's music. I remember that. That's the book I put the piece in.
All right, Wiz,
Wait.
what book?
What's the book? What?
It was a book of music from a different country, a different world.
On the religion floor?
Yeah, folklore and religion, yes.
All right.
Do you remember? At this point, do you remember the name of the book?
It was a book of songs of the USA.
Oh, Songs of the USA.
Mother trucker.
The little drummer boy up there, guys.
You know, that'd be our best bet, though.
Yeah.
I'm like, give us Paul Revere, give us Paul Revere.
The door above you opens. Oh. Roll initiative.
Oh, Butters.
We took too long.
They have the high ground.
13.
5.
Doesn't matter.
23.
15.
You go first every time.
17.
It won't be every time. My initiative's only +4.
It's true.
Only plus
I'm just
4.
rolling well.
You are rolling really well for initiative. All right. So you're approximately where you were, because we didn't move around too much afterwards. We're just kind of talking and gathering. So you're approximately where you were. The door opens above you, and jumping down, there is a small, thin humanoid with a long, tall cloak. It's very green in color. He's wearing a mask. The mask itself seems like there's leather and porcelain making this mask that's hiding his face. It is a very Plague Doctor-like, but instead of being just pure leather, there's definitely like porcelain portions that are masking his face. In his hands is a glowing diamond that is just like beaming light out of it. Whitlock says, that's the piece! That's the piece! We are in initiative, and
Yeah.
it is Sybil's
Sybil.
action.
Well,
Oh, sorry, he drops down, sees a bunch of goons, and he's gonna take an action as well.
Goons.
From like within his sleeves? Yeah, sleeves. A bunch of like ropes spin out from his sleeve and goes right towards Bunny. Bunny, you're right close to doors all the time.
Hot. Getting into some
19's
bondage.
gonna hit. Oh yeah.
Tie me up, buddy.
You are going to take 8 damage.
Okay.
And you are wrapped up in the rope. And he seems to have it grabbed to the other side. You're currently grappled with this creature, humanoid person.
Oh,
Sybil.
funny.
Does that make her a rope bunny?
I guess that just makes me a rope bunny. We did it, guys.
Sybil, you get the first action.
Yes.
When you start your turn,
Yes.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Boo. I have feelings on that. Anyway, so wisdom saving throw, huh?
Move my dice
Get
out.
those filthy dice out of there. Oh, yeah. Not. Anyway,
All right.
I'm gonna fail it.
So as you
9.
look at him, the mask writhes. Like there's something about it that seems like it's moving, as if there's like porcelain is hard, but it writhes and makes you uncomfortable. When you attempt to attack him this turn, you have disadvantage.
Beautiful. I want to stealth and hide.
Cool. Like over here?
Yep. Like, I'm gonna get away.
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm a rouge. Stealth will be 16.
You go to hide, and you can see that he's staring straight at you, and it just like is creepy and crawly straight at you.
Beautiful. All right. Well, there's nothing else I can do.
You can shoot at him. You just have disadvantage.
I guess.
So you roll 2 and take the lower.
Yeah. I guess I could just roll 1 twice, right?
You could.
18 is my lower.
18 and 19. That's pretty good for disadvantage. You're gonna hit.
All right. My 1d6. I'm not at advantage. 1 plus 4.
All right.
5 damage.
A solid 5 points of damage from the rogue with disadvantage. I think that's fine. You shoot at him, and as when you hit him, that illusion that you saw breaks, and you can see that it wiggles him a little bit. Lizzie, you're up.
Anyways. All right. I don't like this guy. How close am I to him? Am I like?
You're definitely within charging range.
All right. Cool. I'm gonna cut off his arm that's holding on to the star.
I do need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
She's also from the back, since he's
Yeah.
facing.
Actually, correct. You can't see his front. Good call. You can't see the mask.
Okay.
So you don't need to.
So I don't need wisdom.
You don't. You can just
All right.
attack.
Cool.
Would she have advantage? Since we're
No one else is directly opposed on either side.
okay. I didn't know if
Yeah.
from behind.
Bunny is
was
currently
advantage.
grappled, so Bunny would not count as another ally there.
Okay, that makes sense.
16.
16's gonna hit.
Cool.
Roll
Taking
some
his arm.
damage. You're not gonna take his arm off with this. He is a little tougher than
12,
that. But
12,
but if you're attempting to
That one, yep.
so let me ask you. You want to get the star away from him, however means possible,
Yes.
right? So maybe since you're not gonna be able to cut an arm off in one swipe. That's just something you're not going to be able to do, but you could perhaps, with your strength, wrest it out of him. He doesn't seem like a very strong creature. He seems very quick and nimble with ropes and stuff.
Okay.
So if possibly you're interested, would you instead perhaps want to grapple him to take it out? Is that something that would be closer to what you're looking for?
I guess.
All
I mean,
right.
if I can't cut his arm off with a grate.
Yeah, I mean, in D&D, you can't really call a shot like that. Cutting an arm off would be dropping him to 0 hit points.
Gotcha.
Would hitting his arm though, if that was where she make him drop it?
In this one, you can attempt that. That's more of, like I said, is more of grappling is how you would accomplish that by attacking that portion. You're grabbing and doing something to that point. You already rolled a 14, and that's a pretty good roll. You can add your strength to that. And so say we can just sit with that 18 if you're okay with that.
Wait. When did I?
You rolled a 14 just a second ago when I told you to
did I?
attack.
Oh.
And
Yes,
I think
did
that 18
yes.
sounds pretty good because he's a little worm of a guy. You were able to grab his arm and get him down okay, so he's got this in one arm. He's got a rope around Bunny in the other arm.
His arms are full.
His arms are full. You have grabbed this arm and twisted it back, but his hand is still holding onto this. And as he does, he pulls Bunny down. Bunny, make a dexterity save. What'd you roll?
I rolled a 6. Plus 3.
Bunny, you're knocked prone, like down to your knees as well.
9. Yeah.
But you have his arm like in like a judo maneuver, but it's still in his hand at this moment. Harley.
I'm gonna cast Ensnaring Strike.
All right.
He needs to make a strength saving of 13.
You need to make a wisdom saving throw
That's
before
fine.
doing
I've
this.
got good wisdom. That is a 21.
You see that whatever is this mask attempts to cast an illusion against you to show you something horrible, but you can just see right through that it's just some sort of spell.
Okay.
And now you can cast your Ensnaring Strike.
Okay, so yeah, he has to make a strength saving throw of 13.
Ooh, he's not strong. He fails.
Okay, so next time he's hit with a weapon before the spell ends, Thorny Vines will appear, and he will be restrained. So at that point, I am going to shoot an arrow at him.
Do it.
That is an 11.
11 misses. But next time anyone hits him, right?
Yes, while the spell is going. It's got
Okay.
1
Until it goes
minute.
back to you.
So for the rest of the round, for 10 rounds.
Okay.
Yeah. He is going to take his action to attempt to break the grapple. While we're here, first, Bunny, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I rolled a 19 this time.
Cool. You're able to. He tries to pull through you. You can go with it and unwrap yourself from it.
Okay.
You're still on your knees, so take your move action to stand up, but you would still have your action on your turn.
Okay.
He is, however, going to attempt to break the grapple with you. So we're going to do an opposed strength check.
Oh, am I rolling?
Yes.
17 plus my strength of 4.
19 plus his strength of 2.
Oh, so
So we're literally even right
You're
now.
even. So,
So
you
we
were
fighting.
So you were just stuck. He tries to get out, but he doesn't fail, but he doesn't get like worse. So you are just in that same
We're
position.
still just holding
you're
on.
like wrestling. Like if you're like in a wrestling mode, where you're like, yeah. Bunny, you're up.
Oh, okay. So I am getting up.
Yeah.
Is that my whole action? To get up?
That's a move action. You can then do a standard action for like a spell.
Oh, okay. I want to try to sleep him.
All right.
I want to make him fall asleep.
As opposed to sleeping with him.
Yeah, gotta be clear. That is not what I am wanting to do.
Not with those creepy worms.
So do I? This is just like something I'm just casting.
Correct.
Do I have to roll?
You don't roll. So
Oh.
there is a saving throw for it. What is the saving throw?
Okay.
Sleep is kind of hard to get off against things that are tough, but it's worth a shot.
Why can I not find? Either I'm blind or it just like doesn't specify.
Yeah, I'm not seeing. Let's see.
May I see?
Yes.
The spell sends a creature into a magical slumber. Roll 5d8. Boom, just
Okay.
roll 5d8.
Okay. See, I thought I had to like roll something to get to that.
Roll 5d8. And then that's how many hit points you can put to sleep.
Okay.
Roll an arcana check real fast.
7.
I would say even with anything over a 5, you know that sleep is powerful,
Okay.
but the most hit points you could put to sleep is 40. Like, the most. And this dude seems like he took a punch and nothing happened. So you can choose to attempt to cast that spell, knowing that you can at most put to sleep 40 hit points of creature. But you notice that this dude seems tough.
Would sleep make him like
Drowsy?
drowsy?
Sleep works or it doesn't.
Oh.
Oh. Okay, I feel like you're telling me not to
I'm saying
do
you're allowed
it.
to. I'm not going to stop you. But I'm letting you know that your character, like the little voice of the magic person inside of you is saying,
Yeah.
It sounds like the
Okay,
DM
see, yeah, I was hoping it would like make him drowsy, and then Lizzie could like get something over him in the arm wrestle, but I didn't know it was all or nothing.
It is kind of an all or nothing.
Okay, then
If you have a weapon. Right.
You got a staff, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, would I have to use my whole move picking it up though?
No, you have it. You just have it. Yeah,
It's
your
it's
object
huge.
interaction would be to pull it out and clock him over the head.
Okay, I want to bop him on the head.
All right, roll an attack plus
Bippity boppity
strength
bop.
plus proficiency, which is probably not too high, but you are strong. What'd you roll?
Strength plus-
Does your quarterstaff at the bottom have a number? Yeah. Yeah, it's in in those gray boxes.
She didn't equip it, I don't think.
No,
Sorry.
what do you have?
Like
What do you
before
have?
you printed it.
It says like bludgeoning and something else down there, right?
unarmed
Unarmed, and what's the other one?
firebolt.
Yeah,
Oh, all right.
Equip it on your sheet on here, real fast. Like, go to your inventory.
Information.
I can tell you right now, it's going to be your strength plus 2.
Okay.
Okay.
So my strength is +2, so +4, so 11.
11. You try to bop at him and it misses.
Okay.
Rain, you're up.
I'm gonna use Guiding Bolt again.
All right. How many of those do you have per day?
2 on 1, and then I've got a secondary one with 4 more.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, you prepared a lot of spells. Let's go.
that's not great. 11.
11 misses. Sybil, you are still affected by this illusion. You can attempt to break it with a wisdom saving throw.
Yep. Nope.
All right.
Nope.
You can attempt to hide and attempt to strike if that's what you would like to do. If he is hit with a weapon, he will be under the effect of the ensnaring strike.
I will attempt to hide at disadvantage.
The hiding is not a disadvantage.
Oh, it's not,
No.
just the hitting?
Yeah, he was just very perceptive on the last one.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll try to hide behind the next thing. And that'll be 20.
He rolled a 1.
So
You're invisible to him.
I'm invisible.
He
to
ain't
him.
paying attention.
So when you attack, you are rolling normal. You have no
Okay, I was
advantage but no
gonna say-
disadvantage.
I was gonna say, would it go to normal?
Mm-hmm.
My other does that. I do that. All right. So to hit, not gonna hit. Probably 12.
12 is not going to hit.
Sweet.
All right. On
Hard to hit.
yeah, he's tough. On his action, 3 ropes appear around the room. 1 wraps around Harley's legs. 1 wraps around Rain's legs. 1 wraps around Bunny's legs. Each of you must make a dexterity saving throw.
Not again.
16.
5.
Natural 20.
Hey! Rain, you are wrapped up by this animated rope. You take 8 points of damage.
I like that. What?
Hot.
The ropes come up around you, but nothing seems to happen. And he is going to attempt to break free from you again.
Do your best, home slice. 10, 14.
He fails. Is your action. He has failed, met you and lost to you. If you win another grapple, you will be able to wrench it out of his hand.
Okay, I'm gonna grapple him. 11, 12, 15.
18. He maintains hold of it. You have a move action. You can move with him now. Like, you still have control of what's happening. You just haven't gotten it out of his hand. So if you would like to move, he will be pulled with you.
We're gonna go like over here.
Over here?
Yeah. Not too close, but you know.
Yeah.
Like right there. Like stay
I
away
would
from him.
suggest putting you on this side so he's between you two.
Like this?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
fair.
and he doesn't know she's there.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right, so I'm like, can you double up
Yeah.
advantage?
Harley, you're up.
Okay.
You are not restrained.
I have 2 weapon fighting. Is that the same as dual wielding?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to throw my longbow back on my back, and then I'm going to pull out 2 swords.
All right.
And I'm going to go at him with both my short swords.
Nice. Since you're going up there and you have all these people surrounding him, you will have advantage on your attacks.
Shish kebab.
So much advantage.
That's plus strength? No, plus what my short swords are?
Yep.
So that's a 22.
22 is going to hit.
And then it's 2d6 plus 4 piercing. That is 7 plus 8, so it's 15 plus a d4 of psychic damage.
Mm-hmm.
That did not roll.
There it goes.
That's a 1, so that's, what, 16?
So because Lizzie is holding him down and getting that stuff, you come in and slash twice. He's able to dodge out of it. Like, it hurts. You can tell like you're affecting him and wearing him down. The majority of what you're able to do is strike at his hand, and he does drop the diamond piece onto the
And
ground.
he's also now ensnared.
He is also now ensnared.
And for that, he needs to, while restrained at the beginning of his turn, he'll take 1d6 of piercing damage,
Okay.
as well as he needs to have a strength save of 13 or higher to get out.
Okay. That is his action. As he drops the diamond piece, he shrieks. And the shriek is not just like, you can hear a human voice, but from like other outside this area, you hear like a guttural, horrible yell at the same time. He needs a strength check, the 13.
But he also, at the beginning of his turn, he takes a d6 of piercing.
Roll it.
3.
All right. He takes the 3 points of damage, and he is unable to break free. We do have more chains are going to come out. Bunny is free. Rain, you are going to take 6 points of damage from the chain.
Okay.
And that's his action. Bunny, you're up.
I want to cast Dissonant Whispers. I whisper a discordant melody that only he can hear, racking it with terrible pain. He must make a wisdom saving throw.
I need to beat a what? Because you rolled a 14. What's your saving throw?
14.
So he doesn't pass.
Okay.
He's got to beat it, not match it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So then I'm going ba-da-ba-ba-ba. And he takes 3d6 psychic damage.
Roll it up.
Okay.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm loving it.
6, 7, 8.
8. As you see that damage hit him, he squeals like uncontrollably. Like there's just this horrible inhuman sound, and it seems like he just melts. And like what's left is a cloak, and these worms spill out from the cloak, dig into the ground below you, and disappear.
Ew.
And all that's left is a cloak and a mask.
Sick.
The chains disappear?
Once he disperses all the chains, drop.
Cool, I'm gonna
Initiative
go
is
grab the
broken.
shard
Grab that shard.
and then search the room like I was gonna do.
Are my heebie-jeebies gone?
Your heebie-jeebies are actually no. The mask is still there. It is still writhing.
All right.
Oh.
If you look at the mask, you save. If you look at the mask, it makes you feel super uncomfortable.
I'm never looking at it
So maybe
again.
you could cover it with something.
Can I go up and cover the mask with the cloak and then put it in a bag?
You can.
Perfect.
I got a 14 on my arcana check.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, like,
Yeah.
I guess what is
All right. In this room, there's a bunch of potions. Like we talked about, there's a bunch of weird stuff. One of them, the only things that you think you could identify enough to use would be that's like a weird shield that seems like heavier than it should be.
I thought that might have been the piece because it was right next to where he was.
No, I don't have a
Is it
miniature of the
focused
pieces.
now?
No, yeah. It's just coincidence. The only things that you think you could use, there is a vial of fire. It seems like if it were to burst, fire would come out. And then there was one healing potion.
Cool. Who's the squishiest?
That's definitely Bunny the
I was
squishiest.
gonna say Bunny.
I'm at
I'm gonna
14.
hand both of them to Bunny, because our pyro needs more fire.
Yes.
Maybe I should give that to. Should we give the fire
Or
to somebody else?
to someone who
others?
can't use fire
Yeah.
would
Does
probably
anybody
be
need fire? Do you
cool.
need fire for your
I'll
axes?
take some fire.
Yeah. This is a terrible
Flame
choice.
and
You can have it,
axe.
though.
Yeah.
No, definitely
Do
give
it.
me fire.
Yeah.
Can I turn to Wit with the mask and cloaked and ask him, like, can you do something to seal whatever's in this right now?
Ooh, absolutely. We will take it back to the kingdom for observation and information. Absolutely. Like stuffs it in his robes.
Okay, cool. I didn't want to hold on.
All right.
Yeah.
That being said, adventurers, since we have accomplished what we set out for, perhaps we should head back to the kingdom. It has been quite an exciting afternoon, and the longer we stay in this library, I feel like the worse things can happen.
I agree, but you should keep in mind about the open book upstairs.
I was gonna say I'd like to check out upstairs real quick first. Make sure
the
everything's
books are
chill.
Sure, if you'd like to check out, yeah, we can go.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm moving on up.
You got him?
On this level,
Ooh. They're spooky.
there's not much besides these altars and a bunch of books. Oh, scattered around are a bunch of closed books. All of them have star in the name, star in the binding, star symbols on them. It looks like someone was just going wild, digging through books that had the word or name star on them.
Wow.
So, but they are all in a pile closed at this point.
Okay.
Everything's closed. All right.
It's worth looking around this room too. Let's search it.
You can search. This one would be a religion check to search.
I want to search.
Yeah. Hey.
Feeling real religious all of a sudden. 22.
22. You definitely are able to tell your way around. This is some place that you could probably cast some pretty significant divine magic or while you're up here, but as it stands, there's not much physically. There are books and there are altars, but nothing else.
So it just
Are
feels
any
holy.
of the
Yeah.
books related to Circle of Stars Druids?
Oh.
You could search, but it would
For
be
that in particular?
it would be like finding a needle in a haystack. Most of the books in this library.
Okay.
I'm like, is it worth rolling a search? Like, it might as well.
I mean, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Roll a d20.
15.
Nope.
Okay. So plus what? Religion?
No.
No. Okay.
This is more like literally needle in a haystack.
Yeah, that's
like
fair.
there are an infinite number of
Nat
books
20 or nothing.
from an infinite number of worlds that randomly appear around you.
Nat 20
Okay.
confirm with Nat 20.
Like it would be very rare to find something specific.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Oh,
go
you just said that everything named Star was like out front, so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just they're not everything. There just
A lot.
is a pile of books. It's all like nothing with circle of stars.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
I'm gonna go to the altar and offer a prayer to dog.
Good for the dog. Oh. All right, and we're good for exiting the tower?
Yeah.
Good. Whitlock really wants to get out. He feels the heebie-jeebies on this level.
Be uncomfortable.
I'm gonna remind him to lock the door on the way out.
Oh, yes, right. Yes, very important. He pulls out his key and locks it and puts the keys back. The dog's out there. The dog has somehow figured out how to pull the bucket up from the well and is just drinking, like, wildly.
What a good boy.
I'm over here
boy.
petting him.
Does my dog have a name?
I don't know. Does your dog have a name?
His name is Diogi.
T-O-G. All right.
I love
it.
All right. Well, that will bring us to the end of the Wizard's Tower, and that'll bring us to the end of episode 2 of The Fractured Star. I am your Dungeon Master, Chance Sterling, and we will see you on the next episode.